Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. A Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and of course, On Fire Athletes. All of our great sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube, and I'm working on getting them all tagged on Facebook. This will be done in a matter of seconds, and we will get jamming here. Hope everybody's day is off to an awesome start, heading into the weekend. Short couple of weeks here to end the year. It's always kind of interesting where you get the last couple weeks here of December broken up with Christmas and New Year's. So hope everybody enjoys this time. If you have time off, time away with family, and hope you enjoy the football. We got 4 college football games involving SEC teams today. Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Texas A&M, all playing. So a full day of football. If you're interested, you can imbibe on football. So enjoy. Wacky game yesterday with Toledo that went to 6 overtimes. And by the way, if you're following along with Otter Locks, Jimmy had 2 winners yesterday. So he gave you Toledo and Rutgers with points. So see if we can get Otter's picks for today's bowl games. Check them out at louisianasports.net. If you missed it, I do have the on today's episode of Locked on LSU, Bryce Underwood was on an interview on a podcast called Kicking It with D-E-E, Kicking It with D. Incidentally, Brad Wing is the co-host with D. I don't know who D is, but D-E-E, but it's D and Brad Wing. And so they have Bryce Underwood on there, and they're playing a video game. They're playing like, NCAA Football 2000, whatever. Underwood, coincidentally or incidentally, is playing with Oregon, but whatever. So they're playing the video game, they're talking, and the guys ultimately ask him. There's some vulgarities, so I edited out and cut the clip down, but they asked him about the $12 million. So what you're going to hear at the beginning is the guy's asking Underwood a question, and Bryce is kind of not about the $12 million, and Bryce kind of not answering because he's playing the video game. But anyway, so they're live streaming the video game while they're talking. Anyway, so that's where they pick up.
Yeah, you over here asking questions, getting cooked.
Watch out! I'm just trying to get the answers out of you, bro. Is it true they blessing you like that?
I mean, it's for sure something that's there that's gonna keep my family.
I love it, bro. I love it.
What I have to do. So, yeah, you over here asking questions, getting cooked.
Watch out! I'm just trying to get the answers out of you, bro. Is it true they blessing you like that?
I mean, it's for sure something that's there that's gonna keep my family.
I love it, bro. I love it.
What I have to do. So.
What I have to do. It's for sure something that's going to keep my family. Like he asked point blank about 12 million. And sometimes, the answer is in the non-answer. So maybe y'all aren't super interested in that anymore, but I am, notably because I'm the one that reported the $12 million offer. Talked about it on Locked On, tweeted it within an hour of the announcement when I got the final terms of the deal. And okay. I mean, if it weren't true, don't you think he would adamantly be denying that? Okay, sorry. All right. We'll say some good mornings here. Anyway, so you go check out my thoughts there. Texas Bowl, some line movement there. We talked about that on Locked On if you want to check that out as well. It gone from opened as LSU 3. It's gone all the way to Baylor 2. So you've had a 5-point swing in that game. Interesting. Probably on account of the opt-outs and the guys headed to the draft on the LSU offense primarily. But game's coming up on Tuesday, man. So we're just 3 days away. Tigers will be heading over to Houston today. They'll practice tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in Houston, Saturday morning, and then kind of get ready for a bowl game on Tuesday, and hopefully the Tigers finish strong. So, all right, let's say some good mornings, fire away. You know the drill, whatever you got. Anything about anything. Hey, Jacob, good morning. Devin, good morning. You had a good streak, man. Brian, good morning. Hey, Brad, good morning. Drew's still in bed, but I'm sure he'll be up soon. Thomas, good morning. Kevin, Deborah. Whoops. Lost my spot. Sorry. Brian, who you like in today's bowl games? Well, I'll tell you this much for sure. The first one, I'm playing Navy because always bet on the service academies and bowl games because nobody opts out. And a giant question about bowl games is motivation. So who wants to be there, right? Well, there's never any doubt about motivation with the service academies. They're all going to play and they all want to be there and they're going to play hard. And then, of course, at Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold opted out. Bauer Sharp is gone. I mean, Oklahoma is like a 1.5-point favorite in the game, which is stunning to me. Navy's a good team, and everybody's going to play. So, yeah, I definitely like Navy in the first game. And I'll wait and see what Otter has for Otter locks for the rest of them. Actually, let me text him right now to see if he's got it. Okay. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Merry Christmas. Alex, looking forward to your comments and mention in the SI article. He could say whatever he wants, but we know the truth. I didn't see the SI article. So Bryce spoke in SI? He didn't give an interview to SI, at least not that I see. Oh, this might be like I think this is just a transcription of that interview. Yeah, I think what you saw is a transcription of the interview on Kicking It with D. Unless there's something else that I've missed. You tell me if I've missed something. But anyway. Avid, what's up, Christian? Good morning, man. Hope all is well. Juan, great to hear it, Juan. Very good, man. Glad to hear it. Carrie, good morning. Did you listen to all the Miami basketball press conference? Why is resigning? Thoughts? I did not. Candidly, so I saw Jim Larinaga stepping away, and of course, Larinaga is the guy who brought George Mason to the Final Four the year LSU was in it. Then got Miami to a Final Four as well. But I did not hear why he's stepping away. I sort of saw the headline. I mean, candidly, Carrie, on vacation, I'm not super locked into everything. So, I'm looking it up right now. Exhausted, Larinaga. Couldn't navigate the whole new world. Conversations were ridiculous with an agent saying, well, you can get involved if you're willing to go to 1.1 million, and that would be the norm. Yeah, it makes sense. It's what it is. I'd be curious to see how sustainable it is. I think that's a question everybody has, right? Everybody knows that's the market right now. I'm just curious how sustainable it is. How much money will flood the market for those types of conversations. And for for Jim Larinaga and every other coach. So Jim Larinaga last year earned $2.85 million. Like, that's always going to be my point. College sports, especially football and basketball, grew their revenue so greatly to where everybody's getting rich. Jim Larinaga included, making $2.85 million. And the players get nothing. No. So I don't care that you're exhausted. It's not the college sports that you started coaching 53 years ago. But you know what? 53 years ago, you weren't making $2.85 million a year. But the greedy adults in the room found a way to continue exponentially increasing revenue. I mean, the NCAA basketball tournament has a $1 billion TV deal. The SEC just did a $1 billion TV deal with ESPN, ABC. Like, yes, the players playing the games should share in that revenue. Absolutely, they should. It's absurd to think they shouldn't. And then people go, oh, what's next? High schoolers? If high school football ever gets to a point where you're doing $1 billion in revenue, sure. But high school football is $10 tickets at the gate for a few hundred fans, maybe a few thousand at big pro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, making money on high school football? Come on, get real. You know who's not getting millions of dollars to go play? College volleyball players, college soccer players. Why? Because they don't make any money. Kelly Groves, good morning. Abner Neal, good morning. Franco Nation, good morning. Hope it's a blessed one. It is. Everyone is. Hey, Dad, good morning from Aiden. Hey, Aiden, that's my godchild. Hope your day is going awesome. And I love the video of you getting your present. Very glad that you loved it. Hey, Brad, good morning. Another Brad. Sounded like that kicker from UCF who had to quit for YouTube. Hey, man. Like, how about that? I mean, isn't that telling? There was the guy I remember that story. The guy was a YouTuber who quit college football because the NCAA wouldn't let him make money on YouTube, and he was killing it on YouTube. They wouldn't let him make money on YouTube, so he had to quit to go. He had to pick, basically. Chance, USC seems to be a mess. I can see Jakeem Stewart looking to move on after a year or two. Maybe. Hey, Blind Squirrel Sports. Good morning. Jason H., rainy North Shore. It's overcast here again today, man. Nasty kind of day, huh? Perfect day to just sit inside and watch football all day. Trivia Carter. Hey, Thomas. Glad it worked out the way it did with Underwood. Much better results with the money that was spent. Hey, babe. What you doing? Okay. Yeah, Thomas. I mean, that was, I don't know. I'll be proud of my signing day and Underwood reaction video because time is going to play out and it's going to prove to be the right immediate response. When people were melting, I said, hold on, take that money, allocate it to the portal and retaining your roster, get Nussmeier back, go ham in the portal, and let's see how it looks. Pretty good so far. Hey, Jerry, good morning. Hope you're doing great. Lance, good morning. Miracle, good morning. Any thoughts on last night's NFL game, today's college games, especially the Razorbacks? Well, 6-3, by the way, so the Seahawks beat the Bears 6-3. It was the lowest point scored for a winning team in the NFL this year. Pretty dreadful football game all the way around, although I did have I live bet the Bears plus 5.5, so I'll take it. I don't think Taylor Green's playing for Arkansas today, is he? Or maybe he is. Okay. I don't know. I think Texas Tech is probably more interesting next year than they are in this bowl game. Texas Tech right now is right on par with LSU as far as top teams in the transfer portal. Their Matador collective is spending money, and those Texas teams with resources that have it are going and spending it. So I don't know that I'm so much interested in what Texas Tech is this year. I'll be interested to see if they could try to replicate what SMU did next year. Marty Cooper, Stat Jerry, Whiskey and Wine at Don Juan. Yes, sir. Jerry, we are on for Whiskey and Wine. So T-Bob and I will be there for post game. So LSU and Baylor Tuesday. If you want to watch the game at Don Juan, come on by. If you want to come hang out with us for Whiskey and Wine, come on. We'll be at Don Juan, and we should be done plenty of time for you to get home and do whatever you got going on for your New Year's plans. I mean, the game's at 2:30, meaning we'll start Whiskey and Wine 6. Start Whiskey and Wine at 6. We're done at 7:30. You have plenty of time to get home to do whatever your New Year's Eve plans are. Hey, Scott, do you think maybe Bryce Underwood used LSU to draw the price up for Michigan? No, at all. I mean, honestly, Scott, like the dude brought his family here for a half a dozen visits. He never stepped foot on Michigan's campus. It was like, Scott, that offer could have come from the University of Mars, and he would have taken it. It was a binary deal. It was just singular. It was they came and dumped $12 million on his lap, and he took it. And I don't blame him one iota for taking that money. But let's not pretend it was anything other than what it was. Ricky, Rex, the old non-denial denial. You know you're an AFR fan when. Hey, Philip, good morning. Hope you had a great Christmas. I hear you say it'll take something crazy to happen for things to change regarding the NCAA governing college football. What do you think that might be? I mean, I think something crazy is happening. And I think we are headed toward college football existing independent of the NCAA. College football will just exist as its own entity. It'll just be college football. Invite only or buy-in only, 40, 50 teams that'll all play each other, have their own championship. It's going to look like the NFL, and it'll exist independently, and you'll be able to structure money more, and it'll be more a more controlled environment. It's what's got to happen. So, and it will. Hey, Devin, let's see. I don't think Underwood will have a great career at Michigan. Going to regret this when he's turned and handed off to 40 times, throwing a bunch of bums. We'll see. And maybe he leaves. That's certainly a possibility. Or maybe they keep paying him more and more and more to stay. Or maybe they build a roster around him. I don't know. I don't know what will happen there. But I do know this. Michigan's offense was terrible this year. Their defense was still really good, but they're losing all those defensive players to the draft this year. And so what does their defense look like next year? It's a fair question. So, and it is a rare occurrence that you see a freshman starting quarterback go and just crush it. Trevor Lawrence won a national championship as a true freshman starter. But obviously he had an established championship Clemson program around him. I don't know that I'll look at Michigan's roster right now and see that, but we'll see. Article about the situation you were mentioning. Please send it to me. I haven't seen it. Devin, Michigan doesn't have any Jamar Chases or Justin Jeffersons running around. But the thing I'll tell you, Alex, about anybody, and I don't know what the article you're referencing said about me, that has been out there for more than a month, and literally nobody has denied it. Nobody has denied it. Nobody at Michigan, Dave Portnoy, nobody at LSU, nobody associated with Bryce Underwood, nobody. Nobody has denied it. What does that tell you? Come on. Like, y'all think I just made up that number? Okay, cool. All right, Jimmy just sent me Otterlock. So we got Navy, Texas Tech, and Texas A&M. All right, let's get this published, y'all. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. As always, we appreciate y'all for being there with us. What's today? December 27th? Yup. All right. Excuse me. All right, we're going to get Otter Locks posted here. All right, here's Jimmy's plays for the day for those interested. He's got, let's see, Navy, Texas Tech, and Texas A&M. Let's look at these current lines. We've got Navy SO is +1.5, which is awesome. It's down to +1. If y'all want Navy, get in on them, y'all. Okay, babe. Okay. Texas Tech -2.5. Which means get in on that now. Chalk early, dogs late is the old adage. So, and then A&M is -3.5. So get in on them now if you want them. Latest sports betting. Just add the graphic here, y'all. Yeah, Alex, if you have that that article or whatever, send it to me or link it in the chat if you would. So I'll go read it, see what they say. Boom. All right, let's see. And boop. All right. All right. Let's get rich, everybody. All right, smash the like button if you would, subscribe to the channel. Cliff, good morning. Antron, good morning. Yeah, man, Tigers playing a couple days. Hope all's well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you as well. Devin, unless the kid is the next Mahomes, wins 4 to 5 Super Bowls, I think he screwed the pooch. He's going to make $12 million, man. He's good. Like, Adam asking about Jacoby Matthews. A bunch of people have asked about it, Adam. I'll see if I can call around and follow up and see what I can find about it. I haven't had a conversation about Jacoby. It's been a few weeks, man. I think I did a Locked On episode. If you want to go back and find it, see if I can find the day I did that episode. I did the Jacoby Matthews episode. There it is, December 10th. So December 10th. So it's been, 3 weeks? A little more, maybe. Or right at about 3 weeks since I've had a conversation about Jacoby Matthews. At that point, it was more about, his approach and what he's looking to do. But I haven't had a conversation about Jacoby since then. So it tells you as the portal window is open. Remember, the 10th was one day after the portal window opened, because it was the 9th, wasn't it? The portal opened. So that tells you the portal cycle is sort of churned. And I think LSU had their sights set on other safeties, but do they circle back? We'll see. Got Navy. You got Navy at 8.5. Good for you. You got Navy at 8.5. Good for you. Tommy. Yeah, man. We're working on it, man. We're working on a New Orleans and Bayou area affiliate. Had a good meeting last week. The thing that I would tell everybody is to please keep in mind is, like, we can't just put our show on somewhere. Like, someone who owns a station has to be willing to carry our product. So it's not as easy as just, putting the show on. Like, someone has to be willing to carry it. So you have to do a deal. And those things aren't easy to do because places have current programming and there's a lot of different stuff that goes into it. So we've been working on that for months. Like, we knew a couple of months before 100.3 flip formats that was going to happen. So we've been working on this for 3 months now, minimum, maybe probably longer than that, actually. Yeah, longer than that. So, we're working on it, man. We got a line. We've been in conversations with, we hope will be a really good partner and hope we can get this done. But, trying to push, we're pushing for as soon as we can. But again, you can't make someone do a deal, but we're doing our best to try to get that done. Thomas, any take on the Tulane quarterback getting $8 million for 2 years at Duke? Good for him. Shows Duke spending. Cliff, you can watch me tonight at the Blender on the floor to see Ja. I will not be watching that. I will be watching college football tonight. As much as I love watching the NBA, the Pelicans are unwatchable right now. So, Gary, good morning. Can we get Asky right today? I don't know, man. She just went into, she just went to go take a bath and kind of get dressed. So if she comes back by the time we start, or if we're still on, we can maybe do it. But she's probably going to get going a little bit. So Drew's still sleeping as well. A little disjointed day today. Cortland, talking about Michigan, I'm sure. Justin, good morning. David, looking forward to hearing who the offensive line and safety portal signings will be. Already making plans for the opener at Clemson. God bless you, David. I ain't going. I have no desire to go. I'm not making another trip like that to watch LSU lose another opener. I've gone to Vegas. I've gone to LA. I've gone to Lambeau. I am not interested in watching LSU lose another opener. So I hope they win, but I'm not going up there to watch them lose. Milton, good morning. Am I the only dummy who's still torturing himself with the Pelican flu? Can't wait to watch the player we should have taken instead of DJZ hamstring. Apparently, Cliff is right there with you. Although Cliff's not going to watch the Pels, he's going to watch Ja tonight. He that's a noted Boston Celtic fan, Cliff Nelson. That is until someone else wins the NBA championship this year, and then he'll be a noted fan of that team. Eric, good morning. With the ability to schedule stress-free cakewalks into the playoff and lack of dominant teams, do you think it's actually easier to win a title at Notre Dame versus LSU in today's NCAA? So it's an interesting question, but Notre Dame doesn't schedule cakewalks. I know you're going to look at their schedule and their strength of schedule, but remember, they never schedule FCS opponents. And like, you can't fault them for teams not being as good as you anticipated. So they opened up at Texas A&M, which is a good opponent. Then they played Northern Illinois and lost. Then they went to Purdue, which is a Big Ten team. Purdue was awful this year, but can't fault Notre Dame for Purdue being awful. Then they played Miami of Ohio. Then they played Louisville, ACC, Stanford, ACC, Georgia Tech, ACC, Navy, which is their traditional game. They played Florida State, which nobody anticipated Florida State being atrocious this year. They played Virginia, Army, and they played at USC. So, I mean, and USC ended up being a 500 football team this year. So, I mean, it's not like they scheduled a whole bunch of cupcakes. It's just the teams they played this year weren't very good. And even if you put it together a schedule that lets you stockpile wins and you get in, that still doesn't mean you're good enough to win. See Indiana, SMU, what I think is going to happen to Boise this weekend or, on Wednesday. So anyway. Okay, Brad, thank you, man. Yeah, send it my way. Thomas, king cake season is upon us. Oh, wait, Thomas, let me not forget. Hang on. All right, here you go, Thomas. Whatever day in a row this is. Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we
got you covered from the top of your roof all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Remember, if you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com. Our phones were ringing off the hook yesterday with all the rain on 2 days ago. Oh, my God. Or was the rain yesterday? Yesterday, 2 days ago was the rain. Oh, Christmas Day. Yeah, the rain on Christmas. Phones were ringing off the hook yesterday. So if you have any issue with your roof, let us know. Lyle, Ott's been horrible with his picks lately. Not true. He was 2-0 yesterday. Check out our locks. Brad Warner tried to put the link in the chat, but it didn't work. Okay. Any lemon cake mix side of the grocery store cookies? I don't know. I'll have to ask her a reminder to go get it, Cliff. I really don't know. I mean, we've been blowing and going with all the holiday parties. Like 2 Saturdays ago, we were at her folks' house. Last Sunday, we had the big extended family party here. Then we had Christmas Eve at her house, her family's, Christmas Day at my family's. So it's been a lot of catering trays and dessert trays and all that stuff, chips and dips and whatnot. But I've not seen any cookie mix, but that doesn't mean it's not there. James Brody starting to think DeLon's going to play safety. Maybe. That's certainly a possibility. Stat Dub 6-0. Lonnie, morning, Matt. Got my go this way show. Awesome, man. That's so good. So I'll tell you, and I know whoever this person is, I'm sure is probably watching, if not live, watching on demand, but somebody who's a Morning Scone regular made a Go This Way shirt design, and we put them up at 929 Misfits. So there's a couple of different designs. I don't know why just this one is popping up, but anyway, I'll post it in there for those who may be interested, because some have asked. So that's great. Go this way. You're a Morning Sconer if you're rocking a Go This Way shirt. I don't know that there's anybody else on the face of planet Earth outside of our family and Morning Sconers that would understand what Go This Way is. But shout out, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lonnie. That's the point, Cortland. Easier to make the playoff, not easier to win. But I will say for Notre Dame, they don't have the option of winning a conference. So Boise or Arizona State got in by winning a bad league. Notre Dame doesn't have that option. So they have to be a top 12 team. Like Clemson was number 16, but they got in because they won their league. So Notre Dame doesn't have that option. They have to be a top 11 team, really. Oh, y'all are talking about the openers 0-6. Got it. Michael Cook, Thomas, got it. Oak Point. See, I don't need the flavored king cakes. Y'all can keep them. Whoever does them, I don't need them. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in the flavored king cakes. Just give me a standard, because it's not a king cake. You're making a cake. You do let the cinnamon roll with the icing stand on its own. Thomas, 7 weeks to college baseball season. I think yesterday I saw we were 50 days away. I think I saw that yesterday. Ryan, I'll go on record. I'm against the Clemson opener at this point. They went by the wind. Margin of wins, not who you played. But that's always been the case. I'm the guy who sat here for months and told you the committee is always going to take the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance is to say this team went 11-1. And by the way, I'm okay with that. wins have to matter. The result on the field has to matter. So, and you're going to say, well, not all schedules are created equal. Bingo. That is the crux of the issue, is because we have this farce of a system where we pretend like Boise State is playing the same level of football as LSU, which it's not and never will be. There's no way Boise State deserves to be in the playoff. Zero. You don't get to play that schedule and be gifted one of 12 spots. You don't. But that's what the committee does, and that's what college football has created. And so if that's what you're going to do, that's just what it's going to be. Let's see. Oh, is this the horrible take on the king cakes? No, I'm not interested in your stuff-filled king cakes. It's not a king cake. It's now you've got stuffed cinnamon rolls with cream cheese. I don't need all that. If you need all that to make your thing great, then it's not great. Let it stand alone on what it is. It's like when I shouldn't mention it because of what he did with Bryce Underwood, but it's like Portnoy's pizza reviews. He goes and gets a cheese pizza. So you don't load a pizza with a bunch of different ingredients. It's a cheese pizza. You let the cheese, the sauce, the crust, the texture, you let it all stand on its own. Same with the cinnamon roll or a king cake. Hey, Kirk, good morning. Brock Hammond, Brock Baton Rouge greater than Brock Hammond. Yeah, Devin, I just posted the link. Go there's I need to check because there's like 3 different designs, and I think only one of the designs is showing up on the website for some reason. But I need to check on that. Kirk, yeah, man, the old fashions were flowing. They were, man. Had a couple of them. It was a great day. David, any updates on AFR? David just talked about that 5 minutes ago. So I don't have an update other than last Tuesday. There was a very good meeting. They told us they'd get back with us that next week, which was this week, but it's the holiday. So, and then next week is New Year. So, hopefully we get an answer sooner than later, but we've been engaged in those convos and hope to have an answer soon. Steven, good morning. Baylor's at 2.5 now, man. The old early added chalk early dogs late. I mean, if you like LSU, keep waiting. Maybe more money keeps coming in on Baylor. David, if we're talking schedule outside of Clemson, LSU's non-conference games are winnable. If the committee is going to record, I like LSU's chance to make the playoffs. Look, it's pretty clear if you can get to 10-2 in the SEC, you got a great shot of being in, like Tennessee this year. The harder part is going to be getting to 10-2. So if you lose to Clemson, then you got to go 7-1 in the league. Not easy, but doable. If they lose to Clemson, I might lose my mind. Meltdown. Ebra, I mean, at this point, you've lost 6 straight openers. You've lost 3 straight openers under Brian Kelly. What reason should I have to believe they're going to go to Clemson and win that game? They might be the better team. I think they were better than USC. 2 years ago, well, no, they definitely weren't better than Florida State. Especially not the opener in 2022. Stat Dub, Calandro's now Oak Point. So Calandro's on Perkins sold that location. That's going to be Oak Point. So Calandro's I talked to Taylor about it a little while back. They have some family members retiring, and it was just about sort of consolidation and where they wanted to be and who they wanted to run it and all that sort of stuff. So they had an opportunity, sold it to Oak Point, and so they're still operating the Government Street, the Mid City location. So that's where Taylor will be now at Mid City. But yeah, man. Okay, I think we're just about done. Mickey, no one talks about the Pels when you change head coach. Actually, you're about the third person that's asked about the Pels today. Mickey, it's kind of hard. Listen, I agree with you that, like, you want to talk about Willie Green, fine. When the top 7 highest paid players on your roster are not available, you're basically playing with a G League team. What do you expect? I mean, it is wholly unfair to judge Willie Green on this season based on the roster he's running out there. So, but still what it is, man. Okay, let's get out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Please smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Moscota page, share the post. We appreciate y'all for being there as always. All of our great sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Brock and Parrish. Need an orthopedic, go to Brock. Need a roof, call Parrish. Unique Physique and Restored Motions. That's, of course, semaglutide, tirzepatide, the weight loss shots everybody talk about. They got them. Telemed, ship your medicine anywhere. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com. And Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Okay, y'all have an awesome, awesome day. Enjoy the college football.